told you that therapy is actually ruining your life. Hold on, don't fight me. Hi, my name is Niket, not Nike. I study all things neuroscience. Let's do it. As someone who studies neuroscience now, but I have a background in psychology, and I spent 14 years doing talk therapy myself, 10 years DBT, 10 years CBT, 4 years DBT. Nothing worked. Nothing until I discovered neuroscience and then did neurofeedback. I was still depressed. I was still anxious. I still had BPD, okay? Nothing was working. Nothing, okay? Because first of all, if you're an intellectual and you can intellectualize your mental illness, you're even in a worse situation, because now you're better at explaining it. I can explain it to anybody that I'm going through it. And I was a therapist for all my friends. Till today, I'm the therapist for all my friends. But guess what? I was never getting better. When you can intellectualize your mental illness, talk therapy will never work for you, because all you will do is just explain it every single day. Remember, the brain does not know the difference between what you're remembering and what's real. So you're in front of your therapist like this. Yes, in my childhood, this happened to me, and then that boyfriend was so mean to me. And guess what? Your brain's like, oh, it just happened today. It relives it like it just happened to you exactly in that moment that you were talking about it, literally. So all you're doing is straightening those neural pathways. You're not getting better. It's getting deeper and deeper into your brain. And then one day I'm watching a video about, I think it was Dr. Doughty, about neuroscience. He's one of my favorite neuroscientists. And he mentioned neurofeedback, and I had never heard of it. And I Googled it. Chineke me. I cannot believe that existed. 3 months of neurofeedback. 3 months of neurofeedback, and I was in remission. 3 months of neurofeedback, and my brain was back to brand new prior to all the trauma. This right here is neurofeedback. I know it looks a little wonky, it looks a little crazy, I know, but trust me, it is the best thing we've ever discovered when it comes to mental illness, mental health issues, I believe personally. It isn't about talking, it is about training. It uses those little sensors that you're watching right there. It's placed on your scalp to read your brain's electrical activity. Then through real-time feedback, like right when they're reading it, right there, they can actually tell you with visual and auditory cues, your brain learns to self-regulate. They can be like, okay, this part of your brain, they pretty much just give you a whole new brain. Like this part of your brain, okay, we can fix this neural pathway right here. Okay, if we move this neural pathway right here, it is quite expensive though. I think the best part of neurofeedback for me, because I have a psychology background, is I felt like I told my neuroscientist this. I said, I feel like you're using the Pavlovian technique on my brain, because what they do is that when your brain is dysregulated, when they're watching the brain pattern on the computer and your brain is dysregulated, they don't reward it. They don't give it any reward. But when your brain is like doing the right thing and the neurons are moving right, they give it a reward. So in just 3 months, your brain literally, actually 21 days, let me be honest, but they say 3 months just to be safe. But in 21 days, your brain literally just rewires itself, not from talking, but from actual experience. They literally go inside your brain and rewire it. Okay, for me, I've said this publicly, and I'm not ashamed to say it, I would never step foot in a therapist's office ever again. Now, if therapy is working for you, beautiful, please continue going. I already did mine. I would never do it again, because I realized in retrospect, if I have a physical scar, right, like if I fall, or like I fall on something, I have a huge gash on my hand, I'm not gonna keep digging into that gash over and over. Like, no, I'm gonna try to, stitch it together, put a band-aid on it and let it heal, right? And I feel like talk therapy is like, all you do is just sit there and dig deeper into the scar. And in retrospect, that's quite nonsensical. Our healing does not need to be poetic. It simply just needs to work. And I feel like when you go to talk therapy, you think it's like some kind of like fantasy, like a poet. No, it just needs to work. And neurofeedback works, period. It's been proven it works impeccably well. And I want to leave you with this by my mentor and the greatest man in our field, Dr. Joe Dispenza.
We've discovered that when a person analyzes their problems within the emotions of the past, they make their brain worse. They actually drive it further out of balance. They're over-arousing it. We discovered is that if the person can get beyond the emotion, truly get beyond the emotion, they'll free themselves from the past.